I remember when I was in my 20s and 30s and I felt like 40 was so old. I don't feel that way anymore because, you know, I'm 40. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Simply Living. I'm your girl Dani, and thank you for joining us. And if you're new here, please get comfortable, make yourself at home, and know that you're always welcome here. And I'm back with some advice that I know my young ladies can use. Stay tuned, get comfortable, cause your sis, your friend, your cousin, your auntie, whatever you want me to be, I got some tips that I know you can use. So stay tuned. I'm so glad you stopped by, and if you are already a subscriber, welcome on in, come on in the room and have a seat. Today I have some advice for our younger women, things that I wish I would have done before I turned 30. I recently turned the ripe age of 40, and I do consider myself a late bloomer when it comes to things. Don't get me wrong, I've lived a good life, but as a single woman before I turned 30, here are a few things that I wish I would have done. The first thing I would recommend any young lady doing, if she hasn't done it before 30, is get your passport. Your 20s and your 30s are a great time for you to explore, to see the world, especially if you're single. The sooner you can get your passport, the better. I know the last time I checked, the passport was between $125 and $150. So save that money up. It'll be the best purchase you ever made for yourself. And once you get that passport, start traveling. Time is precious, and I'm trying to tell you, it goes by fast. I remember when I was in my 20s and 30s and I felt like 40 was so old. I don't feel that way anymore because, you know, I'm 40. Now I see how fast time flies by. And I think back to if I would have got that passport at 21, girl, the things and the places I would have been. Okay, that's enough. So why not go ahead and get that as soon as you can? That's the first thing I want you to do before you turn 30 is get you a passport. Start really looking at your money. Take courses about saving and budgeting. I promise you, the sooner you start focusing on your money, you will be so thankful when you get older, the amount of income you have, the amount of money you have saved, and the less debt, the better. I promise you, especially if you're thinking about purchasing a home, credit is a big factor too. These are things you don't need to wait on. You can start on these as soon as possible. Don't get me wrong, it's never too late to work on your credit, but you want to maximize the time you could do this. You want to already put yourself in a place where you have discipline, where you already know about how to budget, how to spend. You already have a savings. You already know about credit cards and how to up your credit score. So I recommend right now, start working on your credit. So if you're not familiar with Dave Ramsey, this is the time to get familiar. It's time to get your ducks in order. Yes, sis, you need an emergency fund. You need to start with at least $1,000. Yeah, hush. Yes, you can. You can save $1,000. You can put up a little payment plan for yourself and deposit the money into your saving account every week and save that $1,000. You'd be surprised what pops up, and you need a little extra cash, and sometimes you don't want to ask nobody for no help. That's why I say start your emergency fund immediately, as soon as you can. You're never too young to have a nest egg or an emergency fund in your back pocket or in your savings account, okay? I'm telling you, this is something that will be essential and will pay off in the long run. But could you do me a favor? Make sure you like, comment, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. So after you save your $1,000, that's not it. I want you to invest in yourself by saving a 3 to 6 month buffer. I wish I would have saved money for an emergency fund, and I wish I would have gotten a habit of having an emergency fund, having at least $1,000 in my savings account. Things came up along the journey that, you know, I was pressured to ask for help as an adult and I didn't really want to do it. And if I would have had money saved, I wouldn't have had to ask anybody. But sometimes you just want to do it on your own. You want to save enough money that will help you get through 3 to 6 months. Sis, I know you can do it. The first step is getting to $1,000. Let's save $100 every paycheck until we get to 1,000. If you can't save 100, let's save 50 every time we get paid. You get to that 1,000 mark, you're gonna feel so good, and then you're gonna set up a plan where you deposit money every month into your bank account that will give you a 3 to 6 month buffer. This is like a bonus tip. Do what makes you happy. Stop waiting. Do it now. Like I said before, time is precious and it's not promised to us. So if there's anything that you want to do, the time is now, girl. You got the energy, you're in the right space, you can make a mistake, and you got enough time to get back up and recover. So do what makes you happy. So do what makes you happy. Hey, I'm doing that right now. This makes me happy. It makes me happy to share with you different tips and tricks to live your life simply. I enjoy sharing with you things that I've come across and things that I've learned. So this makes me happy. Do what makes you happy.
I love roses, by the way. I love flowers. So if flowers make you happy, you don't have to wait on a man to get you flowers. I'm blessed to have one that gets me flowers because I believe I manifested that, but go buy you some flowers. I love flowers. They're so beautiful. It's something about having flowers in your home and in your environment. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, this one smells good. Home ownership is always a great option no matter how old you are or how young you are. Believe me and trust me, especially depending on what market you live in. I recommend looking into this as soon as possible. It's not too late. I know it sounds overwhelming buying a house, but believe me, you're able to do it. It took a lot for me to get to this point. Yes, I am a homeowner. Start now. I'm telling you, it's a really good investment. And there's a lot of opportunities out there for home purchases and programs. So really look into those. Write your goals down. Hey, you can do it. I promise you, it's a lot easier than what you think. I want you to be a step ahead. I want you to do better than I done. I want you to skip the obstacles and especially the delays, because I've been delayed on some things. And keep in mind, you're never too old to start these things either. Some of us are late bloomers, and that's totally okay. That's it for me. I'm encouraging you guys. It's not too late. You can start today on these things. Thank you for stopping by. I'm your girl, Dani, and we're Simply Living.
Awesome.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Simply Living. I don't know why I can't do my introduction this morning. Hey y'all, and excuse me, someone's interrupting our video, and her name is Scam Likely. You can even make it an automated payment, automated, whatever it's called, payment.
Right.
It's a wrap. Y'all know I do Temu reviews. Y'all, I use this little thing from Temu. You gotta check out my Temu video for this little lash applicator. I got these little lashes on in no time. Like, I can't believe how well I was able to just throw them on. Girl,